But let's take you to Enugu, where there is tension reported at the State Collation Center there, as protesters have taken to the streets, and the State Collation Center itself, with INEC yet to declare the winner of Saturday's governorship election. Returning officer Professor Ofoewe postponed declaration of a winner to this morning due to alleged overvoting in Nkano East and different results on the form EC8C and the IREV. Protesters have now taken over different sites around the State Collation Center. Let's join our correspondent Mian Akiri for updates on the situation there.
Which state is this?
But we don't try, we don't stand tired.
Justice will prevail, and that is what we are demanding for. We are not fighting anyone. We're just asking INEC to do the right thing. Give us our person, no matter who he is, provided.
Misbehaved so much.
Okay, Mian, if you can hear me, okay then. Mian, we can see some quite dramatic pictures here as you.
I can hear you, Yori.
Okay. Can you speak over these pictures? As we've said in the introduction to this, the protesters have set up in quite a number of
Yori,
venues. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Good morning to you, Yori. I must say that protest is right now rocking the Collation Center here in the coal city. At different sites, we have different political party faithfuls protesting over the decision of INEC yet to announce the results of the 2023 gubernatorial election here in the state. 48 hours on, I must say that at the State Collation Center last night, all the 17 local governments were collated. But then there is contention about overvoting, alleged overvoting in one of the local governments, and that is in Nkana East local government. And then at this point in time, what was actually said by party agents at the State Collecting Center yesterday was the fact that in Nkana East, what was uploaded on IREF is different from what was on Form EC8C. And that is the bone of contention. So as we speak, all eyes are on the returning officer of Enugu State as far as the gubernatorial election is concerned. He postponed decision-making or declaring a winner to 8 a.m. this morning. We arrived at the State Collecting Center at about 8 a.m. this morning. It wasn't open until about 9 a.m. in the morning. And as we speak, they are yet to make any form of decision on the situation involving the gubernatorial election. And that's why behind me, we have protesters at the State Collation Center. But then, at this point in time, what party faithfuls are saying is the fact that the returning officer has the power, according to the Electoral Act amended 2022, he has the power to indeed cancel votes where he feels there are overvoting and also any form of vote buying and also irregularities with the system. But also the returning officer is of the opinion that the State Collecting Center is not a court or the law court where some decisions could be made when there are forms of allegations until proven. So we await the decision of what the returning officer will say. But as we speak, around the State Collation Center, it's all about protest from different political parties as we indeed wait for a decision 48 hours after citizens in Enugu State took to the polls.
Mian, as you say, the protest is not from one party, from different political parties. Talk me a bit through the number of parties that are indeed protesting, because the intro that we had said that there were a number of protesters were setting themselves up at a number of sites, including around the Collation Center. So which are the parties involved?
So, Yori, if I can hear you clearly, what the protesters are saying at this point is the fact that Nkana East should be cancelled. And that's what the media men, the newsmen here await. What decision will the returning officer, be taking? Will he indeed declare a winner, or will he indeed exercise some form of powers if they are proven if there are proven evidences that there were some form of vote buying and also overvoting in Nkana East local government? And that's what we are all waiting to see at this point in time.
Yeah, as you say, I know that the noise is making it difficult for you to hear us, but what the chanters, what they are chanting is that overvoting not allowed, overvoting not allowed. Overvoting is not supposed to be possible. What with the BVAS, the whole BVAS. So, do you have a good sense of how this can even be an item, overvoting, since BVAS was used?
Yori, could you kindly repeat that question again?
How
I'm
do
hearing
we?
you very faintly.
How do we have the allegation of overvoting if BVAS was deployed?
Okay, so now what they are saying is the fact that in Nkana East, BVAS was not used. And they are saying that if BVAS was not used, how come the results on IREF is different from what was seen on Form ECHC? That is one. Secondly, they are also of the opinion that the number declared for the winner in Nkana East is also much more than what was on the form for those who are eligible voters in the polling units and the local government of Nkana East. So these are some of the evidences that have been brought by different political parties to the state collating center. And these evidences, according to them, are genuine. As I speak, at about 4 a.m., TVC News can confirm that some other political parties came to the state collating center to submit their petition as far as the gubernatorial election in the state is concerned. And the returning officer also said that all petitions should be submitted to them and they will take a look at it in the next 7 days. But since proceedings was postponed till 8 a.m. today, we all came here to see what the returning officer and the REC will be saying on the election in Enugu State. Yet, they have not showed up at the state collating center, but the state collating center is open at the moment. So we keep vigil, so to say. We're keeping an eye on whatsoever will be happening at the state collating center here in Enugu.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Mian. 8 o'clock was the time for reconvening, but here we are, It's just gone 11:26, which is just about 3.5 hours after that, and yet there is no show by INEC at the collation center in Enugu there.